All right, welcome everybody to Waconia versus Princeton. Waconia Varsity on the road tonight, Tuesday night game. Travel up 94 to Princeton to take on the Tigers. So JV played earlier tonight. They won 7-0, so hoping that good mojo passes along to the varsity team and the ladies take off and get after it and put a hurting on these Tigers right away. Referees on the ice were watching the countdown on the clock and the scoreboard. 7 seconds down and counting, and it's like the players are going to come out for their skate around and introductions. Yeah, Princeton comes out on home Princeton wearing their home whites. The team is Princeton, Big Lake, and Becker. So big area, pulling together roster for their high school team. Wildcats just waiting on the go-ahead to step out onto the ice. Here's your Waconia Wildcats, led by captain goalie El Bagenstos. We look across ice at our Waconia Wildcat coaches, head coach Jordan Gates, assistant coaches Jamie Lebke and Kelsey Nowak. Be happy coming off of their season opener victory over New Ulm on Friday night. Wildcats line up on their goal line for introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Trust Ice Arena in Princeton, Minnesota. For the next feature, girls varsity hockey. We have the Waconia Wildcats as a visiting team. Princeton Becker Big Lake Tigers is your home team. Again, what we'd like to say, happy Veterans Day. Thank you to all our vets for your service. Well appreciated.
And kudos to the announcer. Happy Veterans Day, everybody. Thank you for your service.
Now let's meet our visitors from Waconia, starting in nets. Goalie number 33, Ellie Backstonis. Defense number 26, Kate Kasinchaska.
Kasinchaska.
Aurelia Pena. Forward number 22, Kelly Lipson. Forward number 19, Madeline Lawagi. And center number 9, Cora Herman. And the rest of the three Wildcats. And our Cats are coached by head coach Jordan Gates, assistant coaches Emma Merritt, Jamie Rudy, and Kelsey Noah, and Mark Brennan. And now, for your home team, Princeton, Becker Big Lake, Varsity girls skating with the 10U. Princeton, Becker Big Lake girls, starting in net. Senior number 1, goalie, Randy Emmerich. We're skating with number 30, it's Slack Carson. Defense number 3, Mackenzie Peterson. Mackenzie skating with number 3, Julia Nelson, and number 6, Ellen Cross. Number 5, senior number 5, Riley Alm. Riley skating with number 2, Gwendolyn Strucker, and number 10, Hayden Campbell. Forward number 8, Nia Hansen, senior. Nia skating with number 12, Bill Anderson, and number 11, Kobe Swedinsky. In the wing, number 17, senior Luella Hazlitt. Was skating with number 97, Evelyn Campbell, and number 15, Maya Jarrett. Center in the line for the Tigers, number 7, Lucy. Lucy skating with number 9, Brittany Cordran. The rest of your Tigers. The Tigers are coached by head coach Kate, assistant coaches are Mike Peterson and Todd Fredericks. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able. Remove your caps and join us in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, no one's bursting in air, keep proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's play hockey.
On that note, let's get this thing going. Wildcats strap on the buckets and get ready to start this game. Game number 2 on the season for the Wildcats. A little bit of a road stretch here before they head back for a matchup against the Manilde St. Margaret's Red Knights. In a couple weeks, I believe the Wildcats are back in action. Friday night we play?
Yeah.
Friday night Litchfield? Delano.
Saturday, Litchfield.
Friday night in Delano for the Wildcats and Saturday at Litchfield. So good tickets still available. Wildcats approaching center ice. The Tigers to meet them. Looking for another high-powered, fast game out of the Wildcats. Quick starters. They can get possession of the puck and keep possession of it and look for each other. Success should come. So Cora Herman on the draw with Callie Linsing and Maddie Lawagi at her wings. Got Ara Pena and Kate Kaczynska at defense. Puck drops and we are underway. Herman pushes forward. Lawagi with a look at it. Tigers dump into the Wildcat zone. Kaczynska to retrieve. Kaczynska reverses behind her net. She looks for Lawagi for the breakout. But Pena's going to get there first. Pena chips ahead. Wildcats clear the zone. Linsing and Lawagi stepping into passing lanes, looking to create that quick turnover and spring the Wildcats on offense. Herman back to collect. Pena. Ooh. Puck lost there for a second in the crease, but no harm, no foul. Kaczynska behind her net. She looks middle. Puck off Linsing's skate, but that one comes out of the defensive zone. Tigers dump. Kaczynska has time. Tigers are on the change. Kaczynska goes cross ice, starts the rush herself, moves through the neutral zone. Shot from deep, deflected off the glass. Kaczynska gets there first. She gets the loose puck. She's got Kamrath in the high slot. Kamrath shot, saved by the goalie. That one trickled in the slot. Rayfeld in pursuit. Rayfeld stick check. That one's going to come out of the zone. Rayfeld with speed. She picks up a loose puck. Rayfeld drives wide. Rubbed off the puck as Kamrath. Rayfeld able to pick up a loose puck again. That one Going to sneak past a couple Wildcats, and Tigers are out of the zone. Gelstead collects. She retreats behind her net. Nice reverse to Daney in the corner. Daney cuts middle. Daney with it. Daney moving through the neutral zone with speed. She drives wide. Shot saved. Gobbled up by the goalie. Wildcats getting up ice real quick. Coach Gates is going to keep the Daney and Rayfeld and Camrath line out on the ice, joined by Ainsley Gelstead and Ella Peterson at defense. Puck drops. Daney wins it back to Peterson. Peterson has it. Peterson looks to the wall. She's able to get to it first. Peterson jumps in the O zone. Peterson behind the net. It's hooked a little bit. Still has possession. Puck goes into the slot. Rayfeld able to hold his own. Camrath. That one slipped just past. Rayfeld jumped in on the forecheck. She created that turnover, and Camrath came in to get the loose puck. Good sustained pressure by the Wildcats to start the game. Lucy Ertl at the draw with Brooklyn Henn and Ella Brockmeyer at her wings. Olivia Serafin and Kate Jasinska at D. Ertl forcing a shot through traffic. Gets to the rebound. Has Brockmeyer in support. Brockmeyer behind the net on her backhand. Tries to center to Henn. Brockmeyer has it. She moves into the high slot. All alone. Pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska's shot. That one looked like it hit either a Waconia stick or a Princeton stick and deflected up into the netting for a stoppage of play. Wildcats change up their forwards, come back with the Herman line. Teams line up, puck drops. Herman wins it to Lawagi. Lawagi to Kaczynska. Kaczynska deflected pass to Lensing. Lensing looks back to Kaczynska. Kaczynska has a lane. Shot. That one, stick saved by the goalie. I think she was trying to redirect that one that skipped up into her glove. Nice move by Kate Kaczynska, cutting to the middle and opening up that shooting lane. Puck drops. Herman able to get body position. Wins it to Lensing. Lensing to Herman behind the net. Herman steps into the path of her opponent and pinned against the wall. Puck rims around the wall to Kaczynska. Nice step by Kate. Chips to Callie Lensing. Callie Lensing has some space in the wall. She looks middle to Lawagi. Lawagi all alone. Shot wide. Rebound off the wall, and Herman collects it. Herman reverses to Lensing. Lensing, puck to Serafin. Serafin shot with a goal. That one tipped by a Princeton defender, and Olivia Serafin going to get on the board for the Wildcats first. Waconia 1-0 up over Princeton. Early in the first period, 13:43. Yeah, puck came out to Serafin at the point. She ripped a shot and caught a stick and ended up in. And Wildcats are up 1-0. Daney on the draw. Daney wins it to Kaczynska. Kaczynska chips ahead to Rayfeld. Daney with pressure. Rayfeld picks off that one. Puck, low rolling puck to the net. Stoppage of play. Wildcats getting good sticks in the passing lanes early and forcing some turnovers. Refs keeping the players honest, and puck drops. Daney comes out with possession. Puck chip past Pena. Gelstead back to collect. Gelstead picks up the loose puck. Looks to break out to Camrath. Gelstead has it again. Shot by Princeton, misses the mark. Poke check by Camrath. Shot from deep. Pad saved by Bagenstos. Daney with it, pass to Rayfeld. Rayfeld with some room. Rayfeld with speed, enters the offensive zone on her backhand, turns the corner, shot. Glove saved by the goalie. Princeton starts their own breakout. Nice play by Kaczynska. She loses an edge. Daney on the loose puck. Rayfeld comes in to help. Rayfeld gets a stick on it. Rayfeld puck in her skates, but the Wildcats are going to go on the penalty kill. I think Daney will be called for a cross check. Face off in the Waconia end. Looks like the Wildcats are going to start their penalty kill with Malin Rayfeld at center, Maddie Lawagi at wing, Kate Kaczynska and Ella Peterson at D. Tigers with a shot from D. That one cleared by Kaczynska. That one found its way to the net. Maddie Lawagi with pressure. Just forced that bad pass. Don't let him play comfortable. Errant pass. Lawagi picks it up. She has Rayfeld going to that. Lawagi shot. Hit traffic. That one's off the wall. Rayfeld's going to get hooked. No call on that, but Princeton on the attack. Puck dumped into the defensive zone. Peterson in pursuit. Lawagi's going to pick up the loose puck. She starts the rush. Rayfeld comes in. Rayfeld, puck just gets out ahead of her. Here come the Tigers. Good angle by Ella Peterson. Gelstead collects, and Gelstead's going to clear. Wildcats will get a change. A few seconds to burn off this penalty kill. 1:05 left in the power play for the Tigers. Puck deep in the Waconia, no icing on that. Ara Pena back to collect. Ara has some speed. Chips ahead, she clears the zone, and Tigers have to tag up. Cora Herman picks up an errant pass. She drives in the zone on her backhand, cuts to the net. Nobody home, but good pressure by the Wildcats. Camerath able to poke check one to Gelstead, and Gelstead fires from the distance, and refs are going to want the players to play that one, but the Princeton goalie elects to cover, and going to be an offensive zone for the Wildcats on the penalty kill. Yeah, we can score on the penalty kill too. I think maybe the first goal of the last game was on the penalty kill, just like this. Lensing and Herman. Puck back to Peterson. Peterson shoots from deep. Shot goes wide. Lensing collects on the wall. Herman in support, but the Tigers able to escape their zone on the power play. Peterson's going to win that race. Gets to it, reverses behind her net. Shot, pad save by Bagenstos. Tigers have it behind their net, looking to set up. Kaczynska, nice defensive play to force that turnover high and off the glass. That one's cleared. Penalty kill is over. Wildcats get their player back, and even strength hockey. Kaczynska picks up the loose puck. Kaczynska regroup pass to Peterson. Peterson pass to Ertl. Ertl chips it ahead. No ice. That one is going to be called icing. It looked like it almost hit the Princeton defender, but turns into a defensive zone faceoff for the Wildcats. 10-13 left in the first period. Apologies for the clock on the scoreboard showing 12 minutes. I don't know how to turn that off. Get that one on the next game. But I'll provide some scoring or some time updates throughout the game. Tigers chip deep in the Wildcat zone. Brockmeyer gets first touch. Brockmeyer and Serafin working down low. Earl and Gelstead. Puck goes off the side of the net. Brockmeyer chips ahead, but that Tigers had a chance in the slot. Block shot by Brooklyn Henn. Gelstead chips ahead. Ertl picks up the loose puck. Ertl starts the rush. She's got Henn trailing. Henn goes to the corner, picks up the loose puck. Henn behind the net on her backhand. Drives the middle. Pass to Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer had Ertl. Good sequence there by the Wildcats. Gelstead able to hold the zone. Serafin has it. Serafin shot. Shot wide. Tigers get to it. Tigers looking up ice for spring an offensive attack, but Brockmeyer comes back. Great back check. Wildcats start getting a change, and Kaczynska comes on the ice. Kaczynska has Daney. Shot by Kaczynska, hits traffic. Rayfeld picks up an errant pass. Rayfeld on her backhand. Rayfeld backhand shot, and that one goes wide. Daney has it. Daney cuts middle. Daney on her backhand. Camerath shot. That one's through the crease. Pena picks up the loose puck. Whole lot of pressure by the Wildcats. Pass to Kaczynska. Shot. Glove saved by the goalie. Rebounds loose. A whole lot of action in the Tigers' end. As fast as the Wildcats move in the offensive zone, they'll be able to create that time and space and keep these opportunities coming. Puck drops. Daney wins it back to Pena. That one's going to hop over Pena's stick and sneak out of the zone, and the Wildcats retreat. Pena picks up the loose puck. Forced behind her net. Looks up ice off the wall to Rayfeld, and that one's going to chip out of the zone into the Tiger end. No icing. Camrath on the forecheck. Daney reads that pass. Daney on the wall working through traffic. Daney cuts to the middle. Daney on her backhand. Forehand. Shot. Goalie gets a piece. Rayfeld comes out with the loose puck. Daney collects. And we're going to get a penalty, I believe a roughing call on the Tigers, so power play for the Wildcats. Wildcat power play unit gets their first look of the night. We have Daney taking the draw with wings Camrath and Lawagi, and Kaczynska and Rayfeld in support on the D. Puck drops. Daney wins it back to Rayfeld. Rayfeld looks to set up. Rayfeld to Kaczynska. Kaczynska back to Rayfeld. Rayfeld works it up high. Rayfeld and Kaczynska switch places. Rayfeld chips to Kaczynska. Kaczynska steps down. Shot wide. That one's going to rim around the wall. Rayfeld tries to keep it in, but that one's going to clear the zone all the way down to Bag and Sauce. She stops it behind the net for Kaczynska to pick up. Kaczynska has it behind the Waconia net. Starts the breakout. Has some room in front of her. Wildcats are going to go on the power play again. Might as well just force that touch up. Kaczynska shot high. Camrath on the rebound. Loose puck, touch up, and that one is going to be a high sticking call on Princeton. Wildcats are going to go on the 5-on-3 power play for 1:22. Coach Gates comes back with the Herman, Lensing, and it looks like Ertl at forwards, and Ella Peterson and Ainsley Jelstead at D. Against 3 Tigers. Herman wins it back to Jelstead. Jelstead, puck comes out of his own, pass to Peterson, forced out of his own. Peterson, she collects. Peterson opens up, looking for passing outlets. Cross-ice pass ahead of Herman. That one might be an icing. And it is, so we'll face off down in the Wildcat end. Like 1:04 left in the 2-man advantage for the Wildcats. 7:10 left in the first period. Wildcats give their first power play unit a quick rest, and they come back. Daney on the draw. Lawagi regroups into her zone. Lawagi cross-ice pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska starts to rush. Pass to Daney. Daney works into the zone. Daney to Kaczynska. Kaczynska pass to Rayfeld. Rayfeld with a shot. Shot high. Goalie got a piece. Lawagi gets the rebound. Lawagi pass out front. That one's going to get to the wall. Rayfeld will get to it first. Rayfeld pass cross-ice, hits a skate, and that one's going to clear out of the zone. Waconia has to retreat. Kaczynska picks it up. The Wildcats are quick. They can get up the ice. Tigers were on a change. Kaczynska, uncontested, enters the zone. Kaczynska on the wall. Pass to Rayfeld. Rayfeld has it. Shot. Shot goes wide. Daney picks up a loose puck. Daney, pass to Rayfeld. Rayfeld has a lot of room in front of her. Pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska with an open look. Shot. Daney with the rebound. Save. Goalie's able to reel that one in. I think she got her glove on it right before Daney was able to hammer that one home. 9 seconds left in the two-man advantage. 47 seconds left in the power play in total. Puck drops. Daney wins it back to Rayfeld. Rayfeld collects a loose rolling puck. Rayfeld saucer pass to Daney. Daney looks to Rayfeld. Rayfeld has it, trying to find Kashinska. Kashinska with an open look. Walks down, shot. Blocker save. Rebound comes to Lawagi. Lawagi cuts in the middle. Pass to Kashinska. Kashinska to Rayfeld. Rayfeld sidesteps the defender. Shot. That one hits traffic. Rayfeld on her own rebound. Second rebound. Daney picks it up in the corner. She has some room. Daney pass to Kashinska. Kashinska pass to Daney. Daney has an open look. Shot. Glove save. And stoppage of play. Wildcats getting some good looks. Good puck movement. Feels like this much action, they can break this game open. 1-0 in favor of the Wildcats. An early goal from defenseman Olivia Serafin. 5:38 left in the first period. Puck drops. Ertl to the wall to Hen. Ertl collects behind the net. Ertl pass off the wall to Ainsley Jelstead. Jelstead one-timer and a tip. Hen picks it up to Serafin. Nice play by Olivia Serafin to hold his own temporarily. Jelstead on the back check, and Brockmeyer's going to come in to support. Good responsible hockey back checking. Tigers working the puck out to their point, out to the Waconia point. Nice play by Serafin. Step into that one. She's off to the races. Keep moving those feet. Maybe draw a holding call. A lot of pressure on those defensemen for the Tigers. Wildcats tag up. Puck's deep into the Wildcat end. Jelstead gets first touch. Chance for the Tigers. Shot. Nice save by Bagenstoss. Bagenstoss squared up on that shot. He didn't have anywhere to go. Herman line back on the ice with Pena and Kashinska at D. Refs are ready to go, and puck drops. Herman wins it to Kashinska. Kashinska behind her net. Pass to Lawagi. Lawagi moved to her backhand, trying to find her center. Pena picked up the loose puck. She goes cross ice to Linsing. Linsing driving wide in the offensive zone, pulls up. Pass to Pena. Pena looking to go back to Linsing. That one didn't find its mark, but Herman comes in with support. Herman cuts to the middle. Rolling puck, trying to settle it down. Lawagi pins her player against the wall. Linsing has it behind the net. Pass Lawagi. And the Tigers clear. That's going to be in icing. Wildcats back with the Daney Rayfeld Camerath line. Peterson and Jelstead at D. Becca ties up. Camerath collects a loose puck. Camerath working down low. Rayfeld with pressure. Tigers are out of the zone, start their attack. Good back check by Jelstead and Camerath. Peterson has the puck. Peterson regroups. Peterson pursued behind her net, but has her pocket pick and a shot. That one goes wide. Air pass. Rayfeld picks it up. Rayfeld leaves the zone with speed. She's got Daney on her wing. Rayfeld shot from deep. That one's deflected by the goalie up into the net. Some pressure by the Tigers there. A couple chances. Once the game settles into a flow and we get some back and forth hockey, action at both ends. 3:18 left in the first period. Puck drops. Tigers win it. Hen with a poke check. Brockmeyer picks up the loose puck. She looks to go through traffic. Tigers clear. Seraphin collects the loose puck. Regroups for the Wildcats. Seraphin cuts up the ice. Seraphin moving with speed. Brockmeyer, she has the loose puck. She drops it to Hen. Hen has it on the wall. Hen shot high. That one looked like it stung Ertl. Seraphin has it. Seraphin works the puck down low. Hen has it on the goal line. Hen and Brockmeyer working in the corner. Brockmeyer chips down low. Ertl has a play on it. Good poke check by Ertl. Brockmeyer in support. And that one's just not quite clear in the zone. Finally comes out. Hen on the attack. Hen drives wide. Hen on her forehand shot. That one almost went 5-hole. Kashinska steps into a one-timer. Pena may have a play on that. The Tigers clear. It's going to be a foot race for the puck. No icing on that one. Kashinska's going to get to it first. Kashinska behind her net. Short pass to Lensing. Can't connect, and that one's chipped deep into the Wildcat zone. Kashinska picks off that shot. Kashinska regroups. Breakout pass to Lawagi. Lawagi up the wall to Herman. Herman with some speed. She's got Lensing in the middle. Pass. Lensing gets a piece of it. Loose puck. Puck is still loose. Lawagi with it. Lensing gets tied up. Lawagi collects a loose change. Lawagi looked to center the puck, but hit traffic. Lensing has it. Lensing working on the back wall. Herman in support. Herman behind the net. Smart play by Cora Herman. Uses the point. Shot from Ainsley Jelstad. That one hit traffic. Tigers dodge a bullet there. And going to be an icing. Icing on Princeton. Going to have 1:05 left in the first period. Shots 21-4 in favor of the Wildcats. Whole lot of action in the Tiger end. Got to get one to go, though. It'd be nice to finish up the period with a quick answer. Looks like the puck is going to come to the neutral zone for the face-off. And Daney lines up to take the face-off. Puck drops.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Daney looks cross ice. That one's going to end up on a Tiger stick. Jelstad pass to Rayfeld. Rayfeld deflects into the zone. Rayfeld's going to try to get to it first. Daney comes in to support. Daney's going to pick up the loose puck. Works up the sidewall. Cut to the middle. Loose puck. Jelstad collects it. Pena drops on the offensive zone. Pena looks low, but that one hits a stick and going to be an icing on Princeton. Face off in the offensive zone for the Wildcats. 31 seconds left, so a lot of time to score a goal. Puck drops. Little fake out by the refs trying to keep the players honest. Puck drops. Rayfeld chips towards the front of the net. Puck chips past Ella Peterson. Tigers with a late chance in the first period. Shot hits traffic. That one doesn't find its way to bag and sauce. Rolling puck. Camerath collects. She starts the breakout. Camerath has Rayfeld up the middle. Rayfeld works through traffic, and that shot is deflected to the wall. 5 seconds left in the period. Rayfeld toe drag off the wall. Chance for the Wildcats. To no avail, but traffic all the way down to the end. Action all the way down to the end of the period. So great start for the Wildcats. They're up 1-0 over Princeton. End of the first period. I feel like I forgot to actually mark that goal. Sorry, everybody. I'm looking at the scoreboard here in the arena. I'm forgetting to update the one in front of me. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for the second period. Okay, we're back. Referees step out onto the ice and the doors are open. The home Princeton Tigers, they're going to step onto the ice first. 30 seconds on the clock and the buzzer will sound and we'll start the second period. Look at your Wildcats stepping out onto the ice. Great start for the Wildcats in the first period. So the buzzer sounded to end the first. It was 22-4 shots in favor of the Wildcats. And I feel like we missed a few nets in the first period, and those ones find the mark. And we're probably hitting 30 shots in the first period. So a whole lot of pressure from Waconia to start this game. Teams will switch sides. Wildcats ready to go. Wildcats starting with the Cora Herman, Maddie Lawagi, Callie Linsing line with Kate Kashinska and Ara Pena at defense. All three Waconia lines getting a lot of looks. In the first period, Herman wins it to Pena. Pena cross ice to Kashinska. Kashinska meets resistance. Kashinska behind her net, pinned on the wall. Passes to Linsing. Kashinska picks up a loose puck on the wall. She's going to push through some traffic, has Lawagi working with her. Kashinska pulls up, shot. Goalie's able to make that save. Good rush by captain Kate Kashinska. Herman lines up for the faceoff. Lawagi touches it to herself, pushes into deep into the corner behind the net. Not the loose puck to Kashinska. Kashinska shot hits traffic. Pena able to get a stick on it. That one gets caught up in the defender's feet. Linsing has a chance. Linsing backhand pass. That one's going to come out of the zone. And Gelstead collects. Gelstead pass up to Linsing. Linsing gets it caught in her feet. She's tied up with an opponent. That one is going to be iced by Princeton. Going to be defensive zone faceoff. Or sorry, offensive zone faceoff for the Wildcats. Danny Kamrath Rayfeld line back out. Peterson and Gelstead at D. Going to zoom in a little bit and look at the offensive zone. Danny to Peterson. Peterson, Rayfeld, and Danny working down low. Rayfeld has it. She works into the corner. Rayfeld pass to Peterson. Peterson back to Rayfeld. Rayfeld cuts to the middle on her backhand. Pass to Kamrath. Kamrath shot high. Looks like that one might have hit the crossbar. Kamrath to Gelstead. Gelstead shot hits a stick. That one's high over the net. Danny has it. Danny circling with speed. Danny cuts to the middle. Shot through defender's legs, and that one on net. Goalie makes the save. Wildcats keep the attack going. Seraphin and Kashinska step onto the ice for their shift. Danny line stays on for the Wildcats. Oh, man. Referee just caught a slash across the shins. Puck comes out of the zone, and Seraphin picks up the loose puck. Seraphin reverses on the wall. Looks for Kamrath. Kaczynska picks up the loose puck. Kaczynska behind her net. Backhand pass to Rayfeld. Rayfeld chips ahead to Kamrath. Kamrath enters the zone of speed. She drives wide. Shot hits traffic and deflects to the corner. Kamrath to Daney. Daney spins off a defender. Rayfeld steps into support. Daney picks up the loose puck. Daney moves into the middle. Backhand pass to the corner. Kaczynska's going to drop it onto the offensive zone to provide support. Rayfeld trying to pull out a loose puck. Find a little bit of daylight and get to the net. A 2-on-2 battle here. Kaczynska's going to come out on top. Kaczynska has it on the wall, looking for options, passes to the middle. That one hits traffic. Rayfeld with a chance. Kamrath with a chance. Goalie covers. And we were talking at the period, and it feels like this is the type of game where it's like once the floodgates open, they're going to open up fast. So just got to get that first one to go. Wildcats are up 1-0. First goal of the game came in the first 5 minutes. Strike by Olivia Seraphin put the Wildcats up 1-0. Brockmeyer, a nice poke check. Hen picks up the loose puck. Hen works it up the wall to Pena. Pena drives low. Pena works behind the net. She has Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer pinned on the wall. Backhand pass to Gelsted. Nice play by Hen. Hen able to pull a nice, I guess you'd say, back check, body check, and a shot all in one. That's how it's done, I tell you. Puck drops, Ertl. Hen with a chance. Hen on her backhand shot. That one's looking 5-0. Goalie makes the save. Wildcats knocking on the door. A couple nice looks by Brooklyn Hen. Feel like it's going to come. Here we go, ladies. Puck drops. And Tigers win it, but the Wildcats quick on the back check. Ertl with a shot. That one off of the Tigers' skate. Ertl looks middle. That one off of the stick. Deflects into the neutral zone. Pena quick to the puck, and she's starts her own attack. Pena driving wide, cuts middle. Shot. Hits traffic. Brockmeyer on the loose puck. Brockmeyer pass to Pena. Pena pass to Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer steps in the middle on her forehand. Gets a shot. Rebound by Hen. That one skips past the net front. Ertl looks middle. Bouncing puck. Gelsted calms it down, gets a shot. Bouncing puck goes through the crease. That one's going to be in holding or interference on, interference call on Princeton. And Ertl was taking up some coveted real estate in front of the net. And Princeton got a little bit too much and pulled Lucy down. Wildcats are going to go on the power play. Got to think if they're going to do it, now's the time. Daney on the draw with Rayfeld and Kaczynska at D. Awagi and Kamrath working down low. Pucks work back to Rayfeld at the point. Rayfeld to Kaczynska. Kaczynska back to Rayfeld. Rayfeld to Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Daney. Wide open. Daney walks down. Shot and a goal! Top shelf goals! Becca Daney puts the Wildcats up by 2. Wildcats don't take them long. 9 seconds into the power play, and they strike. Nice setup by the power play unit. I believe that one went Rayfeld to Kaczynska, Kaczynska to Daney, and Daney just fires a bullet. Blocker high. Becca's 3rd goal on the season, leading the Wildcats. Wins the faceoff back to Kaczynska. Kaczynska to Peterson. Peterson retreats into her zone. Daney starts another rush. Daney to Rayfeld. And Rayfeld feet the Wildcats, wasting no time, going right back on the attack. Kaczynska to the middle. Shot. Glove save. There's traffic. Can't even tell where the puck is, but a lot of the puck's still loose. Kamrath loses an edge. Loose puck comes up to the point. Peterson's able to hold his own. Camrath on the attack. Rayfeld picks up a loose puck. Rayfeld behind the net, shoots off her back foot, hits the goalie high. Rebound in the crease. Camrath comes out with it. Camrath cycles to the point. Has Kaczynska. Shot off the stick, bouncing puck. That one skips past the goalie. Rayfeld has it. Backhand to Daney. Daney with the puck. Daney looks middle. That one may have caught in the stick, and Tigers are out of the zone, and they're going to dump into the Waconia end. That one's off Bagenstoss's pad. It's going to be a penalty, I believe, called on Peterson. Maybe a checking or cross-check, and the Wildcats will go on the PK. Let's see what the call is from the ref. But face-off will be back in the Wildcat end. A whole lot of action real quick by the Wildcats, piling on the shots. Second period is the same story as the first. Whole lot of opportunities. So the Wildcats can take advantage of this time and space and strike on the PK. We have Lawagi and Lensing as the forwards, and Gelstead and Pena at D. Chance for the Tigers. Bagenstoss makes the initial save. Nice clear by Pena. Bagenstoss had a whole lot of traffic in front of her, and she's still tracking down. Lensing able to get body position and clear the zone. And the Tigers have to retreat in their end and collect. Lensing bottling up a Tiger defender. Tigers start the rush. Lawagi on the back check. Nice play by Pena to get possession of the puck. She almost got hauled down there. Chance for the Tigers. Saved by Bagenstoss. Minute 14 left. A nice shot and a save by Bagenstoss. She caught that one up high. Bagenstoss playing a strong angle, just really shrinking the net. Tigers getting a few power play opportunities. 10:46 left in the second period. Wildcats come back with Daney and Rayfeld as forwards, and Kaczynska and Serafin at D. Daney wins it back to Serafin. Serafin working behind her net, rings it around the wall to Rayfeld. Rayfeld trying to push the attack to the outside. Rayfeld and Daney setting up top. Tigers, nice stick by Serafin. Chance, Bagenstoss with the save. Rayfeld clears. Daney in hot pursuit. It's a couple strides and she's off to the races, closing down that gap. Forcing some bad passes. Daney able to collect a loose puck. Daney has Rayfeld up front. Daney with a shot from a short angle. That one traveled through the crease. Serafin able to hold the zone. Kaczynska able to, that one, referee is on the line, and you saw that one come out of the zone. It looked close from this angle, but that one would have stayed on sides. Kaczynska would have been all alone entering the zone. Wildcats on the penalty kill. Feels like they're on a mini power play right now. Puck drops. Daney wins it back. Rayfeld gets a stick on it. Rayfeld moves to Serafin. Serafin pass to Daney. Daney pushes deep into the zone. Rayfeld in pursuit. She forces a pass off the back wall. Rayfeld looking to force a turnover. And the Tigers
Wildcats full strength.
holding on for dear life in the power play, and the Wildcats, they're full strength. Camrath's on the ice joining Daney and Rayfeld. That one's going to be a penalty against the Wildcats, it looks like. Play was moving real quick there. I didn't really get a good look at it. Like a cross-checking call. Wildcats will change up their defense and their forwards. Face off back in the defensive zone for the Wildcats. Camrath and Lawagi as your forwards. The penalty kill, and Pena and Gelstead at D. Camrath able to win it back.
Wildcats, number 10, 2 minutes for Wildcat.
Milwaukee with the dump. Milwaukee's going to be able to make a play on this one. Force Princeton into a bad pass. Princeton chips ahead. That one's going to end up on Pena's stick. She's able to collect. Pena moving east to west with speed. Milwaukee attempts to clear. Chance for Princeton here on the power play. Nice pressure by Jelstad forcing that turnover. Chance by the Tigers, shot high. That one is held in the zone. Princeton with a little bit of time and space in this Wildcat end. They look for a cross-ice pass. Pena gets a stick on it. Nice stick by Jelstad. Push the attack to the outside. Tigers trying to force a pass through the middle, and that one ends up all the way up to the point. Tigers pass cross-ice. And the shot, that one, pad save by Bagenstoss, and a clear by Milwaukee. That one's going to end up on Camera's stick. She gets a shot on that. Force a coverage and stoppage of play. Yeah, so this actually worked out really good. I got my text, and it showed up on the phone here that I forgot from my wife, mind you, that I didn't update the scoreboard. So thank you, dear. It takes a village, I tell you. Puck drops. Herman on the draw. She wins it back to Peterson. And a pass to the middle, read by Kashinska, and she sends that one into the Tiger end to burn off more of this power or this penalty kill. Linsing and Herman, your forwards. Peterson and Kashinska at D. Linsing has it. She chips off the wall.
Wildcats full strength.
The Wildcats are able to kill that penalty. Back to full strength. Hen steps onto the ice. Chips it low to Linsing. Linsing, nice play off the wall to Herman. Herman goes to the point to Peterson. Peterson cross ice to Kashinska. Kashinska back to Peterson. Peterson shot wide. Kashinska has it again. Shot from the slot. That one, Hen with the rebound. Kashinska tried to hold it in, but Wildcats are strong on the back check, and Princeton can just dump. Hen gets first touch. Wildcats out of the zone. Hen has it. Hen driving into the offensive zone. Hen drives wide, looks to cut to her forehand, poke check. Princeton able to clear the zone just temporarily. Ella Peterson reverse behind her net. Pass to Jelstad. Jelstad corrals that. Looks cross ice for Ertl. And the Wildcats regroup. Peterson picks it up. Retreats behind her net. Starts the breakout. Sidesteps a defender. Peterson pushing out of the zone. That one is going to tag up the Tigers. Jelstad. The pass, that's off of the skate. Puck's loose on the wall. Tigers to it first. Puck's back on Jelstad's stick. She looks cross ice. Lucy Ertl with a touch pass to Hen. Ertl picks up a loose puck. She has Camrath on her forehand. To Camrath. Camrath with a shot. That one off of the goalie, and it ends up rebound to Lucy Ertl, and Ertl puts it home. Lucy Ertl and Talon Camerath hopping up into the play. Creating offense. Great play by the Wildcats to get on the board for their third one of the night. Lucy Ertl from Camerath. I remembered the goal that time, though. Wildcats up 3-0, 5:26 left in the second period. Daney wins it to Seraphin. Seraphin looking for Camrath. The Wildcats go to back in their zone to collect. Kashinska Works up the wall. Kaczynska cuts to the middle. Kaczynska, a whole lot of speed. Kaczynska on her forehand. Shot. Stick save by the goalie. Off the back wall. Kamarath collects the loose puck. Kamarath looking to toe drag through traffic. Kaczynska's going to get it. Kaczynska chips deep. Kamarath and Rayfeld with pressure. Rayfeld pins that on the wall. That one's stuck in her skate. Kamarath helping. Rayfeld has it. Rayfeld steps out front. Rayfeld shot short side. Save. Rayfeld and Daney battling now. Rayfeld has it. Rayfeld to Kamarath. Kamarath on her backhand. Wildcats looking for goal number 4. Whole lot of pressure in front of the net. And a lot of time and space in the high slot. If you get a defenseman pinched down, cut to the net. Wildcats are looking real good early in the season.
Assisted by number 6.
Pena chips down low to Herman. Linson's going to get first touch on that one. Linson pinned to the wall. He kicks it to Herman. Herman behind the net. Herman looks for Lawagi. Tigers clear, and they're off to the races. Nice back check by Jelstead to be able to ward that attack off, and that one's going to get a loose puck to Linsing. And here she comes with Lawagi. Lawagi driving wide. Lawagi push to the wall. She reverses past the Herman. Herman backhand shot. Save. A lot of good looks out of all 3 lines tonight for the Wildcats. Good puck movement, good heads up, good support. Herman looking to win it back to Jelstead. That one hits a Tiger stick, and the Tigers are able to break out of their zone. Pena picks off the pass to the slot, regroups behind her net, and passes to Lawagi to break out of the Wildcat zone. Here comes Lawagi. Pass the Herman. Herman cuts in the middle. Herman shot across her body and a goal! Goal, Herman! With another marker for the Wildcats. Yeah, Herman entered the zone with speed, shot across her body, and I think that one was a glove-high goal. Put up the Wildcats. Extend this lead 4-0 over the Princeton Tigers. 3:26 left in the second period. Lucy Erdl, Brooklyn Hen, Ella Brockmeyer line joined with Kaczynska and Peterson at D. Peterson collects a loose puck, cross ice pass to Peterson. Peterson looks up ice for Hen. Hen pinned down the wall. That one, Hen must have got a piece of it. Ref waves off the icing. Hen looks up the wall to Peterson. Peterson back to Hen. Hen drives middle. Hen drop pass to Peterson. Peterson trades places with Kaczynska. Peterson goes behind the net. Peterson looks middle on her backhand. Drives pass to Erdl. Erdl with the shot. Goalie makes a save and covers. "41 shots to 9 thus far. 2:54 left in the second period. Lucy Erdl lines up for the draw. Puck drops. Wins it to Hen. Hen to Erdl. Erdl to Peterson. Puck comes out of the zone. Peterson has to regroup. She has Kaczynska as an outlet. Kaczynska moves it to Peterson. Peterson cuts cross ice. Everybody stays on sides. Peterson moves in the zone with speed. Peterson behind the net, looking for options. Peterson looking middle. Pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska steps into the slot. Shot. Pad save. Rebound was there. Brockmeyer loses an edge. Hen comes in to support. Kaczynska picks up the loose puck, and going to be a touch-up penalty on the Wildcats. It appears to be a body-checking penalty on the Wildcats, served by Brooklyn Hen. The Wildcats are going to be on the PK. There's 2:23 left. Just slightly. It happens. I think she was falling down on her own, too. Wrong place at the wrong time. Wildcats start their penalty kill. Tigers with it. Daney taking away passing lanes. Daney and Rayfeld, your forwards. Rayfeld tries to chip around a defender. Kushinska gets it, and she's able to clear. Daney in hot pursuit. Daney's going to win that race. She gets to it. Rayfeld can get to the slot quick. Pass to Rayfeld. That one bounced off of a Tiger player, and that one's out of the zone. Kushinska with the clear. Peterson stays on the puck. Tigers get possession. Kushinska on the loose puck. Minute 36 left in the second period. That one's going to be off the glass. Daney has it. Wildcats have a 2-on-1. Daney moves wide. Pass to Rayfeld on her backhand. Backhand shot. Looks for Daney again. But Daney on another attempt. That net came off of its moorings. A mini power play for the Wildcats on the penalty kill tonight. The Wildcats are a fast team. Once they get possession of the puck, you can see them move up ice really quick and spring those offensive chances, even down a man. Camrath and Lawagi with their turn on the penalty kill. Camrath wins it to Lawagi. Lawagi back to Serafin. That's Pena. Pena chips deep to Camrath. Camrath working in the corner. Tigers with it, trying to spring a forward, and that one's going to roll all the way to Bagenstos. Bagenstos is going to cover with 1:05 left in the second period. Taylor Camera taking this draw. 43 seconds left. The Wildcat penalty, and Camrath wins it off the draw, and she's able to clear out her own. 1 minute left. Puck chips ahead to Jelstad, and Jelstad's able to keep that one from entering the Waconia zone. The Tigers threatening late here in the second period. A little bit of power play time left for them. Tigers with an open look to Bagenstos. Puck comes across the goal crease. I don't think that one found its way on net. Tigers with a chance. Maddie Lawagi off the glass. That one's going to trickle into the offensive zone. The Wildcats are back to full strength. Lawagi has some open ice. Pass to Brockmeyer. Brockmeyer look for a tip on that one. And that's going to about do it. 3-2-1. Second period will end. Buzzer sounds. Wildcats extend their lead in the second period. Up 4-0 over the Princeton Tigers. Take a break and we'll come back for the third period. wrapping up. All right, we're back for the start of the third period. Wildcats hop on the ice, quick warm-up lap, and get this third period underway. "17 minutes for the third period." Get a look at the scoreboard. See the shot differential. Oh, look at that. We got some lights. For P for Princeton. It's in between periods and pre-game light show. Need to get that in Waconia. Wildcats convene at center ice. Get ready to start this third period. Herman lines up for the draw, and the puck drops, and we're underway. Herman wins it back to Kashinska. Kashinska to Pena. Pena steps to the middle. Pena off the wall to Lensing. Lensing has it. She chips ahead to Herman. Herman collects on the wall. That one's going to get out in front of her a little bit, but she has Lensing in pursuit. Lawagi, good stick, forces the turnover. Lawagi reverses in the corner. Pass to Pena. Pena has it hop out of the zone on her. She's able to collect, cuts to the middle, sidesteps the defender, pass to Lensing. Lensing cross ice, cuts into the middle, back to Lawagi. Lawagi shot that, hits the net. Lensing on the rebound. Lawagi gets a stick on it. Pena holds momentarily, but the Wildcats pick up the loose puck, and Herman snaps the puck across to Kashinska. Kashinska to Lensing. Lensing steps back, has Peterson. Puck deflects off Peterson's stick. Kamrath on the back check. Good stick check, and Taylor Kamrath is off to the races. Kamrath, it's a collision in center ice. Rayfeld with pressure, and Gelstead collects. Gelstead, tip pass off of Kamrath, no ice. Rayfeld's going to win first touch on that one. Rayfeld has it with speed, driving middle, looks to the slot, has Daney. Goalie's able to cover. Daney wins it back to Peterson. Peterson shot through traffic. Tiger goalie able to see that one all the way through. The Wildcats are quick to get those shots off the faceoffs. Catch this goalie off guard. She's making a lot of good saves. Rayfeld tripped up, loses her stick. Peterson attempts to hold the zone, but Daney's able to collect. Daney gaps up. Shot hits Daney high. Retreats behind her net. Pass off the wall to Kamrath. Kamrath to Daney. Daney pass ahead to Rayfeld. Rayfeld tries a touch pass to herself, loses possession. Tigers on the attack. Shot from deep hits Bagenstoss. She makes the save. Rayfeld's able to pick up the loose puck. Pass ahead of Ertl. Ertl on the back check. The puck trickles in on Bagenstoss, and she's going to cover. For stoppage of play, 14:47 left in the third period. Lucy Ertl on the draw with Ella Brockmeyer and Brooklyn Hen at her wings. Seraphin and Kashinska on D. Nice play by Hen to intercept that pass through the slot. Kashinska gets a stick on it. Kashinska collects. Retreats behind her net. Kashinska cuts middle, kicks to the outside. Kashinska moves it ahead to Hen. Hen and Brockmeyer enter the zone. Hen on her backhand. Reverses to the wall, pass to Seraphin in the high slot. Seraphin with a shot. Redirection. Like Lucy Erdl got a piece of that one, and Wildcats strike again. 5-0. Let's see what the official call is on that one. From this angle, it looked like Seraphin took the shot, and Erdl got a stick on it, but we'll see. Erdl wins it to Brockmeyer. Erdl picks up the loose puck. Lucy Erdl starting the rush again. She lowers her shoulder and drives wide on her backhand. Erdl to Hen. Hen to Kashinska. Kashinska shot. That one hit a piece of the goalie.
So Wildcat goal number 2 from number 29 and 15.
Hen back to collecting her end. We got the call on the goal, and it was Hen and Seraphin to Erdl. So first varsity point for 8th grader Brooklyn Hen. Erdl with her second on the night. Seraphin has a goal and an assist. Shot, nice save by Bagenstoss. Hen races to the loose puck. That one's going to go behind the Wildcat net. Erdl's going to get to it. Erdl looks for Brockmeyer on the wall, and she kicks it to the center ice. Hen steps into that puck, and she's got it, starting to rush. Brockmeyer has it. Brockmeyer shot high. Brockmeyer pinned on the wall. Wildcats getting a change. Herman gets onto the ice, and she caught that one in her skates, but she has it, starts an attack. Cora Herman behind the net, looking for options. Herman passes to the point to Gelsted. Gelsted shot hits the shin pads and ricochets into the Wildcat end. Pena picks up the loose puck on her backhand. Gives it to Lawagi. Lawagi. Pena looks for Lensing. Lensing's able to get the puck before Princeton's able to close down the gap on her, and she reverses behind her net. Chips out of the zone, and Herman again with it. Herman has one player to beat. Shot through a defender's feet. Goalie made the save. Lawagi picks up the rebound. Lawagi on the wall. Spins off the defender. Lawagi reverses. Nice pass to Herman. Herman shot. Save. Wildcats realizing the time and space they have around them, and they're using it. Good scoring chances. 5-0 in the third period. Face-off 1 to the Wildcats. Rayfeld has it. Rayfeld cuts to the middle. Rayfeld opens up for a shot. Shot wide. Kamarath picks up the rebound off the back wall. Have Grace McLean at D. Passes off a Wildcat stick, and that one is actually off of a Tiger stick, and that one's going to be icing on Princeton. Face off. Offensive zone for the Wildcats. Defenseman Grace McLean and Kate Kashinska on the blue line. Going to pop one in here. 11:31 left in the game. Daney on the draw. Rayfeld trying to swing in and get possession. Kashinska, she picks it up, cuts to the middle to Kamarath. Kamarath pass to McLean. McLean able to hold his own. And Rayfeld swoops in, picks up a loose puck. Rayfeld drives wide. Rayfeld on her backhand. Looks for Daney. Rayfeld loses it off of Kamarath's stick or skate, and the Tigers are on the attack. Shot hit Kashinska. She retrieves. Kashinska fighting through traffic. She's able to get it out of the zone. McLean A touch, and the puck is back in the Wildcat end. Becca Daney spins off a defender. Daney with it. Daney and Rayfeld entered the zone together. Daney drives wide, shot. That one hit traffic, and the Tigers are able to gain possession and push into the Waconia end, but Waconia is able to collect and recover. Pass through the crease, and Daney collects. Daney's going to start the rush at the end of her shift. She's got Hen driving middle. Daney on her back end. Shot, save. Hen gets a stick on it. Brockmeyer is able to collect loose puck. Brockmeyer looks point, has Gelsted. Gelsted with the shot. Daney with the tip. Daney on her backhand. Hen with a chance. Goalie covers. It's going to come. It's going to come. Lots of good looks for this line. Ertl's got a couple on the night. Puck drops. Brockmeyer to Peterson. Peterson got a stick on it. She's able to hold his own. Brockmeyer looks to chip deep. Puck hits the stanchion, and Ertl collects. Ertl is circling. Ertl on her forehand, shot on the ice. Brockmeyer gets a stick on it. Hen with a chance. Ertl almost looked like she was going to get her third of the night. Hen and Ertl battling on the wall. 9:20 left. Brockmeyer comes in to support. Brockmeyer escapes with the puck. Brockmeyer reverses the Hen pass. Doesn't connect. Brockmeyer tied up. Puck behind the net to Ertl. Ertl. Pass picked off by Hen. Hen on her backhand. Tigers are able to force the turnover and escape the bullet. Tiger shot on net. Pad saved by Bagenstos. Gelsted collects the rebound. Shot from the short side, and Bagenstos closes that down too. That one hit a Wildcat stick, and Bagenstos saw that deflection and was able to cover it up. 5-0 Wildcats, 8:34 left in the third period. And right now we're 56 shots to 15. Herman wins the face-off to Kaczynska. Kaczynska reverses. Kaczynska keeps possession. She's able to hit that breakout pass to Lawagi. Lawagi, bank pass off the wall. Has Sid Schneider on the forecheck. So the Wildcats are going to go on the power play. Be a penalty behind the play. Going to be a cross check against the Princeton Tigers. Face-off in the Princeton end. First power play unit out for the Wildcats. Becca Daney taking the draw with Lawagi and Kamarath at wings, and Rayfeld and Kaczynska. D. Rayfeld pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska back to Rayfeld. Rayfeld. Defender got a piece of that one, and Kaczynska's forced to retreat. Kaczynska pass to Daney. Daney cross-ice pass. Bouncing puck to Kamarath. Rayfeld has it. Rayfeld enters his zone and sets up. Pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska reverses to Rayfeld. Rayfeld pass to Daney. Daney has an open look. Daney moves it back to Rayfeld. Rayfeld top of the point. Pass to Kaczynska. Kaczynska cross-ice pass. That one hit Kamarath's skate, and goalie saw the chance to cover the puck and get a stoppage. Puck drops, and that one's going to sneak past Waconia and all the way down into the defensive end. Kaczynska's going to get there uncontested. Wildcats set up. Wildcats have room. Kaczynska moves up ice. She drives wide. Shot. Takes the Princeton players stick out of their hand. Wildcats staying on the attack. Kamrath gets a piece of that one. Daney trying to hold his own. That one off the glass and past Kate Kaczynska. Malin Rayfeld back to collect. 44 seconds left on the power play. Rayfeld behind the net. Corrals the puck. Pass. That one skips past Daney. Kaczynska picks up the loose puck. Breakout pass ahead of Daney. That one's going to go all the way down, but on net. And Princeton goalie covers it up. 22 seconds left on the power play. Wildcats take the opportunity to change up their lines. Scorer Herman approaches the face-off dot. Puck drops, one to Ertl. Ertl had it to Linsing. Linsing back to Ertl. And the Tigers clear. Bagensaw settles it down. Jelstead collects. Jelstead. Pass to Herman. Herman chips it off the wall to herself. Jelstead gets a touch of it. Penalty expires, and so does the power play. A nice play by Peterson to steal the puck. She gets it up to Linsing. Linsing to Herman. Herman to Ertl. Ertl on her backhand. Ertl escapes in the corner. Circles out front. Has Linsing. Linsing all alone. It's a couple shots off. I think the first one hit the side of the net. Second one was on net, and a whole lot of pressure here late in the game. It's been the story all night. Herman touch pass into the zone. Peterson chips it ahead. Peterson stays in the rush. Peterson circling, looking for options. Peterson passed through, skates to Kaczynska. Kaczynska shot high. Goalie makes a save. One-on-one, nice play by Ella Peterson. Tiger player able to get a shot off, and Bagenstoss makes the save. Kaczynska works down low, pass to Linsing. Linsing. Herman's able to collect the loose puck. Cross the red line and dump, and Wildcats will get a change. 4:53 left in the third period. Breakout pass is going to miss its mark, and it's going to be icing on the Tigers. Forward lines, we've got Becca Daney with Sydney Schneider and Ava Brandt at her wings. Kaczynska and Serafin at D. Face off one back to Serafin. Serafin with the shot, tipped by Brandt. That one just went wide. Daney collects the loose puck. Daney circles. Daney surveying options on her backhand pass. That one went off the stick, almost went in the net. Just trickled wide. Nice pressure by Brandt. Daney gets a stick on that one. Schneider in support. Pass to Brandt. That one's in the high slot. Kaczynska. Serafin has it. Serafin chips to the net. The goalie makes the save. 4:12 left in the third. Leah Britz starts her shift. Wildcats are going to change up their forwards. Looks like we have Herman, Rayfeld, and Kamrath at forward, and Britz and Kaczynska at D. Herman wins the draw to the wall. Rayfeld has it. Rayfeld ships to Kaczynska. Kaczynska back to Rayfeld. That one's going to ring around the wall. Rayfeld heads that pass off. And the Tigers able to escape their zone. Kaczynska collects. Kaczynska looks for Kamrath. Rayfeld has speed, enters his zone. The Tigers move up ice into the Waconia end. Rayfeld picks up the loose puck. She has some ice in front of her. Rayfeld driving wide. Toe drags. Tried to go through defender's feet. A stick check by Herman. She redrew past to Britz. Britz to Kaczynska. Kaczynska pass. That one off of Herman's stick. Shot from the Tigers. That one hits blocker for Bagenstoss. She makes the save. Breakout pass to Rayfeld. Rayfeld off the wall. That one's going to just make it as far as the neutral zone. That one off of Rayfeld's stick. Kaczynska on the loose puck. Looks up ice. Brockmeyer on the poke check. Ertl with support. Hen's able to clear the Waconia zone. Brockmeyer, nice poke check. She may create something here. Driving wide. Lowers the shoulder. Shot. Gobbled up by the Tiger goalie. The 61st save of the night. We made it to 60. .61 and counting, 2:37 left in the game. Ertl on the draw. Ertl picks up a loose puck. Brockmeyer has a loose puck. She reverses on the wall. Looks middle. McLean, short pass to Jelstad. Jelstad with a shot. That one hits traffic. Puck travels up the wall, and Ainsley Jelstad's able to pick that one up. Chance for Ainsley. Shot. Blocker side save. The Tiger goalie. Cora Herman lines up on the draw. McLean and Jelstad as the D. Callie Linsing applies some pressure, and that one's going to ring around the wall. Wagi takes an angle, and she gets a piece of that one. She's able to hold the zone. Wagi looking for Linsing. Linsing has a puck behind the net. Nice play by McLean to hold the zone. Herman on the wall. Herman to Wagi, one-timer, save. Herman again reverses to Linsing. Linsing, centering pass, missed its mark. McLean held the zone there, but that one snuck out 2-on-2. The Tigers. That one's off a Herman stick, and McLean's going to get to it. McLean locks up in a battle. Herman in support. 1:18 left in the game. Herman leaves the pile with the puck. She reverses, looking for options. Up the wall to Lawagi. Lawagi chips it ahead. I think that one may have caught a piece of a Wildcat player on the bench, and it's going to be a defensive zone face-off for the Wildcats. Daney with Schneider and Brandt at her wings for forwards. Britz and Kaczynska at D.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Kaczynska picks up the loose puck, reverses behind her net, passes to Brandt. Brandt. It's for Daney. That one deep in the Wildcats' end. Kaczynska collects. Kaczynska works up the wall, pass to Daney. Daney's going to start the rush. Daney driving on her backhand side, cuts to the middle. Shot. That one went high over the net. Great drive by Becca Daney. Okay, Kaczynska collects, 23 seconds left. Pass off the wall to Brandt. Brandt chips ahead. Daney able to get a shin pad on that one. Brandt starts her forecheck. Loose puck to Kaczynska. Kaczynska to the middle. Shot high off the glass. Rebound to Daney. Schneider had a chance at it too, and that's going to do it. Wildcats get the victory. 5-0 over the Princeton Tigers. 2-0 start on the season. Great looks from all three lines. Great goaltending by Al Bagenstoss. Gets the shutout on the night. excellent work by the Wildcats. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll keep the broadcast on for the next couple minutes for the center ice salute, and then we'll call it a night. That will do it. Puts a ribbon on tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.